Hey guys, so this is Niveditha here. I'm just about to board my first flight, and this is an attempt of my very first vlog of showing the struggles of an international student who is about to be traveling during the pandemic. At least this is my first attempt of vlogging, so it won't be that entertaining, I'm sorry, but I'll try to cover as much as I can, because I'm guessing it's honestly curious. I was honestly curious, despite being terrified having to travel during this period. But I'm also curious to see how things are working out. Oh my god, I'm actually tugging on my hand luggage on my other hand, and I'm holding the camera on my other hand, and my hair just keeps falling on my face, and I can't do anything about it. I feel so helpless already. Just 2 hours in. I can't help. Oh god. Okay. We're gonna power through this. Hopefully I won't be that hopeless child. Oh my god, my mask is falling off. Hi guys, so here's a quick update. I finally got into the flight. Everything seems pretty cozy and nice. Actually, let me actually show you around. Everything around is pretty much empty, and I have these 3 seats in this aisle entirely for myself, which is fantastic. And they're giving this cute little pouch. It has a mask and some sanitary wipes. Nice of them. So apart from them, everything else seems the same. And I'm actually super thirsty, and I'm going to get something to drink and eat and get some sleep. I'll keep you posted. Hey guys, so this is actually my 3rd day in Canada. I have been meaning to vlog, but I couldn't because since I was so busy traveling over the past 4 days, I couldn't really work on any of my assignments or projects, and all the deadlines hit me up so freaking hard. So the last 2 days I've been just working on trying to submit everything. So today is my 3rd day of my quarantine. So as soon as I landed in Canada, for the first 3 days I'm in the hotel. This is as per the Canadian regulation. There are like a set of government authorized hotels as of now, and I'd have to pick one of those and stay with them for 3 days. And I did get my second PCR result, which was negative, so now I'm allowed to move ahead with another apartment or so, where I'd have to do a self-quarantine for the rest of the 11 days. So that's a 14-day quarantine plan altogether. So I'm done with my packing and everything. I'm actually so excited to leave the damn hotel and go to my next place. Not that the hotel was bad. I mean, it was a wonderful place, pretty good service, just that I hated the food absolutely. Why do they have so much of French fries in all the meals? Like breakfast, lunch, dinner, definitely there's some kind of fried potato involved. I'm so sick of it right now, and I just want some sour, like rice. So I'm actually excited to move out so that I can actually cook something, and I've never been excited to cook in my whole life until this point. So I'm actually ready, and I'm supposed to check out in a few hours. So here's a quick update. After my first flight in Abu Dhabi, I had about like 3-hour transit. Again at Abu Dhabi, and okay, something really crazy happened in the first flight. Not crazy, just something really nice. So when I was in Sri Lanka trying to do my first PCR, I met this lady, she was a Tamil lady, and she didn't know English, so she asked me whether I could help out with filling those PCR forms. She had 3 little kids, so I was filling all their forms. So I just filled it and I left. I didn't really think too much about it. But crazily enough, I met her at the airport. When I was checking in, she was there too, and I was like, okay, that's a crazy coincidence. But I know she was going to France, so there's no way that we are in the same flight, whatever. But still, I was like, that's weird. I mean, what a coincidence, I'm seeing you again. But turns out she also had this same transit at Abu Dhabi, so she was actually in my flight. And those kids were like little kids. I'm not a kid-friendly person, but they were really sweet. And because they didn't know English, the air hostess were actually asking my help to translate. They saw me speaking to the kids, and they thought that we were family, and they were asking whether I wanted to change my seats and stay with them. I was like, that's okay, I'm happy with my aisle. But then I did agree to help them out if they needed any help. So I unofficially became the translator in the flight, and the air hostess was so sweet. She was actually going out of her way to help them out, which was really nice. And she saw me helping them out, like trying to board them into the next flight and all of that. She was really happy, and she actually gave me chocolates and extra food and water. So I know, nothing to brag about it, but I did break, like, wasn't even like 4 hours from my, it wasn't even 4 hours since I left home, but I broke the first rule, like, don't take candy from strangers. I definitely, I was like, she was like, do you want some chocolate? We have some chocolate. And I was like, yeah, like, yes. But then the whole point being, it was just a really, really weird coincidence, but still I'm so glad that all of that happened, because it kind of helped me think like strangers are there to help you out although you're all alone. I felt really bad for that lady because she was traveling. I mean, traveling alone is hard enough, let alone with having 3 little small kids and not being able to communicate. I can't even imagine how that difficult that's gonna be. But she was brave, and she really seemed like a strong lady. But more than that, I was actually touched by the fact how the air hostess, she had nothing. She was going out of her way to like help them out, and that was really sweet. And that kind of made me think, okay, it's okay that I'm traveling alone. I don't really know anyone in Canada, but that's okay. Like, people are going out of their way to help. That's like a small restoration of faith in humanity kind of moment. So yeah, that was nice. That was a nice start for my journey. So after that, we landed in Abu Dhabi, and I dropped them off in their terminal because they were off to France. And then I was just running around the airport a little bit, and I finally got back into my plane, which was a 14-hour flight from Abu Dhabi to Canada. A really, really long flight. And funnily enough, I noticed the second flight was a little bit more crowded than the first one. I really thought because of COVID and everything, they had this huge they're not packing the entire airplane, right? I thought like the front and the back seat, everything was empty in my previous flight, so I thought that was just how it is. But then no, it's just depends on the flight how crowded it is. So anyways, it was a really, really long flight. I couldn't really sleep much. I just ended up watching 3 movies, and they had this nice console, so I was just playing some games. And I watched Mulan and Scooby-Doo. What the hell was Mulan about? I mean, it started off really, really nice, and yes, now only I watched Mulan, but it started off really nice, but then it was just a lot of magical touch to it than I'd prefer. And they have definitely changed the original Mulan story a little bit, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. But then yeah, it was quite entertaining. I'm okay with that movie. I don't know why I'm talking about Mulan. But so as soon as I landed, I had to go through immigration, get my student permit, my study permit, my work permit, all of that sorted. And for some reason, immigration scares the hell out of me. Every single time I fly, like even if I'm like on a tourist visa, I get so scared when I go through immigration. I'm like, I don't know why, I'm not doing anything illegal, but I get freaked out. I'm like, it's like going for one of those vivas, like, am I saying the right answer? Do I have all the answers with me? So I was freaking out, but then it was seamless, effortless. And so immigration was done, and then I had to collect my baggages and get my second PCR. And the lady who did my PCR was insanely sweet. She was actually welcoming me. For some reason she thought I was returning back to Canada, and I was like, nah, this is my first time. So she felt bad, and she was like, don't worry, you're welcome. And she was being very sweet, and I was like, I'm just a little worried about the PCR. Please be gentle. And she was like, don't worry, sweetheart. I'll be very gentle with you. And this is not the exact accent she had, obviously. She had a better accent, but something like that, okay? So she was being extremely gentle. I didn't even really feel it. So thankfully, both my PCRs were done without any pain. And then they actually gave me this third PCR kit. I think I actually packed it. I'll show it when I get to it. So I'm supposed to do another third PCR. It's a self-assessment kit. I'm supposed to do my PCR by myself on the 10th day of my quarantine. And if that also is negative, then I'm free to get out of this quarantine. So yeah, I'm so excited to get out of these 4 walls, cook my own meal, put some damn spices in it. And so yeah, that's about it. See you then. I'll go to my next apartment. I have not seen the place at all. It's just for the next 11 days, so I don't really mind however it is. But I'll show you the next place for sure. Oh, and here's a irrelevant update. So when we were packing, we actually packed, we exceeded the weight, which was 30 kg. I think we came up to like 45. God, I have a lot of clothes. I didn't realize I had so much of clothes. So I had to keep almost 3/4 of my clothes back at home, and we had to repack everything when we were leaving. And in that rush, I actually left all my hairbrushes at home. So yes, I have not combed my hair in about 3 days time. Grateful that I actually cut my hair before I left, because this is actually not that bad, but yeah, I'm starting to look like I'm about to be homeless soon. And wait, I think I want to show you how the outside looks. So this has been my view over the past 3 days. I'm not complaining. It's a decent view. It's nice. I just like to watch the vehicles go. But honestly, I kind of miss home. Like all these dead trees. I get it. It's supposed to be like this, but I just miss all the greeneries, man. And that pile of dirty looking snow. That's just sad. This is not what I wanted. But so this is the airport hotel. So granted, I don't have the best view, so I'm hoping to get into the town and see how things are there. And I'll keep you posted at that point.